Classic Europe. We will start in the middleweight division and the reinvigorated thing, Maynard Nentjes. This young man hails from Urk in the Netherlands and he is an intense 6 foot 1 inch tall, 94 kilograms and the multiple Dutch national champion. His opponent is all about the technique. Welcome back, Paul Smooth Waters, representing the Preston Panthers. He hails from Tarleton, near Preston, England. A lanky and rangy 6'2" and 78 kilograms, the British national champion. Before we get things underway, let's have a little look at some of the important rules of the sport. The athletes have 1 minute to get a fair grip. Their elbows must remain on the 7x7 elbow pad throughout the round. The referee can award a running foul during the match, which is a little bit like playing an advantage in soccer. And an athlete on a running foul must win the pin in order to get the restart. 2 consecutive fouls by any athlete loses them the round.
I'm Maynard Nentjes from Holland and I'm here to wrestle Paul Waters from the UK.
My name is Paul Waters, I'm from Tarleton, England.
I know Paul, I've seen him before, I wrestled him before. Only at a practice table, not in a real comp, and I know Paul is a very versatile puller, very strong.
Early on, I'm going to be the runner. I'm going to be going for a top roll to target his hand and wrist.
The back pressure from Paul is tremendous, and if he can put it on well, then I maybe have some problems. But if I can keep it tight and close the gap, then it should be a good game.
If he's able to get his shoulder into play, I'm fearing that he's going to be very strong in that position. As far as I know, that's what he trains hardest at.
Paul also knows me, and Paul knows I'm very confident at the table. And my point is, I think I am more powerful and more confident. And if I can show it to him, I can get in his head, and if I can do that, that's a win for me.
Maynard the Thing Nentjes is the closest thing to a
Ladies and
walking
gentlemen,
nut job.
welcome to the Clobbering Hour.
Borderline insanity from the Thing when he's anywhere near the arm wrestling table. By contrast, Smooth Waters is exactly that. This guy's style is as smooth as a mill pond.
That's better.
Emotionless in many instances at the table, but solid in terms of the technique.
Oh yeah!
Interesting things to come. And you can see those styles evident straight away with the explosive Dutchman. Slightly better position. This will favour Maynard because that ferocious drive on the side pressure.
Oh!
What a start from Maynard Nentjes. Wow. Shockwaves will go through the body of Paul Waters. He bumped early but ran into a brick wall, and so explosive, so aggressive, so intense. The Thing with the win.
I try to keep, I calm down the whole day, and the moment my name comes up, there's an explosion inside, and I turn into an inhuman being. Rock hard from stone, the Thing. That's number 1. Super match. It ain't won by 1 pin, but it's a start.
Yeah.
Stay on the top. A little bit off here, a little bit off there, right?
Here we go. Dan Thomas in the stripes. Look at the carve from the Thing, Nentjes. Better from Waters. Drives open the wrist and hand. He's in total control there, but he cannot separate the shoulder. And we will go back to the strap match. And that will infuriate Paul Waters because he knows he can't allow Maynard Nentjes to get so tight and deep with that shoulder. In the strap, he will have much more purchase there. Oh, and a great change of technique. Very intelligent approach to the match there from Nentjes. Total reversal in terms of his approach to that match. The strap went on and Waters clearly was expecting him to run forward with the shoulder. He went entirely the opposite direction.
Dat doe ik dan
Counter
expres,
top roll.
omdat ik vanuit de start achteruit wil.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
You hear it, Maynard. Just a touch
A game
more.
of
Just got
chess
to come out a little bit more.
ensued at the
Sit there.
table.
Hold it
It
there,
is being
fellas.
won by the
Ready, go.
Dutchman in the brown shirt. That is Maynard, the thing, Nentjes. Ooh, frustration from Waters. He had hand control, bumped early, secured hand and wrist control. And then as he drove to the
That's
side,
perfect
Nentjes
there. Right.
slipped out,
Straighten his wrists out,
looking for
fellas,
the
both of you,
strap,
on
and
your
it's a
wrists.
smart move. He
Shoulders
knows
are
the
good,
side
knuckles are
pressure
good.
will come to bear
Ready, go.
there, and Waters has struggled with that, and does so again! Oh, ho, ho, ho! What a big drive there on the counter. Big hit from Waters, but as soon as Maynard Nentjes swung his body weight into that match, so hard to separate from the shoulder.
And that is number 3.
Let nou op. Dit is nummer
Ja.
3. En hij vervaakt niet.
Doing on the side press and you're off your arm a bit.
Yeah.
Okay? Smack him across and up. Cross and up.
Maynard, just straighten that out as well.
Sound advice
So
from
you're gonna have to
Ted,
bring that
the elf
back of that
Wilson,
wrist out
British
there. That's
bantamweight
much better.
champion.
Keep him there,
Works
guys.
closely with the lads
Ready,
of the
go.
Preston Panthers. Much better. The advice paid off. Waters so close there. That was a lot
Good
better
there.
hit.
Straighten his wrists out, guys.
Exactly as instructed.
Ready, go.
Waters so technically solid, and he delivered upon that. Oh, look at that aggression. The intensity from Maynard Nentjes. He's changing his style so effectively, and he's keeping Paul Waters guessing. Changed style again and went on his own reversing top roll, and that threw the young man from the UK. This is an excellent strategic performance from the man who's usually so
Maak je vervaakt,
intense.
dan kun je, net wat ik zeg, dilateert. De lucht toe, dan de stoel is in de rust. Dan kan hij er nooit erin.
Don't try and flip him this time. Control his hand. Okay? If he gets flipped, then he's got the power in there. Okay? So this time.
Maynard
Hold you two.
Nentjes is not a
Good for
one-trick
knuckles.
pony. That has
Straighten
been
it back out.
clearly
Ready, go.
proven here. Great drive there. Waters has hand control again. Both men using that frustration to fire them.
Just straighten his wrists out, both of you guys.
Then just can't
Knuckles
get
are
much
good,
more
elbows,
fire in there,
shoulders
he
good.
may combust.
Right, just straighten his wrist out. just a
Unbelievably
touch.
intense customer.
Ready, go.
Waters now does as instructed, hangs on to the wrist and hand, and it will pay dividends. Better hand control now. This is better arm wrestling from the youngster. And for the first time, we see the capabilities of Paul Smooth Waters. He will be kicking himself because he didn't run away there. He kept close, he kept tight, and he engaged in the match. And when he did that, the results were clearly evident.
You've got to stay on that wrist, keep the back pressure. Let him work his arm, because that's what he's going to be working. Alright, don't flip him, because then he gets his arm power on. What you did there, do it again. Same again, whether it straps or not.
Als je nou direct de stoel, dan maak je maar goed vast. Je kunt ook voor die prijs.
Ja.
Dat is zo'n onderkost.
Ja.
Hoe meer je kan pakken, en je blijft je stoel.
I don't speak
Hold on
Dutch,
that
but I
wrist a
can
little
tell
bit
that
straighter. That's
Hendrik
better. You've got to
Nentjes
come
was
across
saying
the
to his
main
brother,
arm,
do
just a
not
touch.
do the same
Hold it
again,
there,
Maynard.
guys.
What's winning you
Straighten
this,
up
you've
your
got to
wrists.
change. Don't
Ready,
go for
go.
your press. And he's done exactly as instructed by his brother. Starts to drive, he goes on the runner. Waters has hand control, stays tight. Oh, smart wrestling again from Nentjes. Timed the wrist drop beautifully. Needs to win the pin.
You go to strap.
The
You're gonna
runner.
have to win this pin for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's straighten his wrists out. Paul, just take a little bit off of there.
Paul Smooth
Take a little off that
Waters
calf.
have
Just
hand
straighten it
control.
out. Maynard, both of you
Can't
guys, straighten his wrists.
overemphasise the
Good, that's good there.
strategy
Stay
involved
there.
from Maynard
Ready, go.
Nentjes. Has been outstanding here today. Oh, ho, ho. Blast through to the pad. It won't count. He was on the runner.
Straighten up
Needs
these
to do it
wrists.
again.
Straighten that
Can
out.
he do it again? Should we
them
expect
in
a
there.
change? You can see Paul
Ready, go.
Waters is guessing. He doesn't know where Maynard's going to go. Gets hand and wrist control. Frustration from Nentjes. Paul Waters waits. Can't get any real purchase, and he must be so sick that he can't hang on to the Dutchman. That's what's preventing him from taking
Both
the
your
pins
shoulders
there. He's
in
not
nice
able
and
to
straight. Okay, straighten his
capitalise
wrists
with his
out.
own
Just take a little carve off on each of
strengths,
these.
the rotation,
Ready, go.
and that side pressure and that aggression. Oh, that's excellent. What a reversal from Nentjes. Shaking hard there is Paul Waters, but he's so open there. And it is the win for Maynard.